welcome to the Ninqueso Exploring Japan channel, where I am on a journey to find out everything I can about Japan, the people, the culture, and today, some of the top themed cafes in Japan. Now, I do like me a bit of a cafe sometimes if the food's good, and it's nice to have a little bit of entertainment while you're there. So mixing the themes with the cafes could be a good thing. Now, I have seen quite a few videos of themed cafes in Japan, and mainly because, you know, like the Pokemon Cafe, Kirby Cafe, all these sort of gaming ones that I very much would love to go to. So we're getting a little look at some more themed cafes here, and it looks like we're going to be starting off with something I don't really know much about, the old Godzilla. So let us get comfortable and have a look at what this video recommends as some top themed cafes.
Godzilla's Restaurant. Have a kaiju addiction? Godzilla's Restaurant is a different place I advise you to visit. On the hotel's
I've not heard of this one before.
Lies this location, Hotel Gracery Shinjuku. If you're not familiar,
I mean, I did know about the Godzilla, like, leaning over the buildings, but I didn't know there was a Godzilla restaurant.
that hotel has a massive Godzilla towering over it. Depending on where you're seated in the restaurant and whether you're a hotel guest, you may be able to see the enormous monster directly. As you may guess, there is a Godzilla theme across the entire menu. For instance, there is a tiny dessert that resembles a volcano that's erupting. Except for 2 footprints of Godzilla, the dish is covered in powdered sugar. A multi-layer cake with a chocolate strip bearing Godzilla's name, and an entire chocolate monster is also served as a sweet dish. Cinema Roll Cafe.
Okay, this one is more up my alley. The Cinnamon Roll Cafe.
Returning to the cutie side of things, I have another cafe for you that's nicknamed after a...
What do you mean returning? You've just done Godzilla. That's a bit silly.
Sanrio figure. This time, the cute Cinema Roll, a white dog with
Oh,
long
you
ears,
get
tiny pink...
Do you get to have your food with cinnamon roll if you don't have any friends? Oh, that's nice.
cheeks and blue eyes is the culprit. It opened its doors in 2017, making it a more recent cafe. Cinema Roll once lived in Cafe Cinnamon, therefore he may have some knowledge of coffee shops, according to Sanrio tradition. It takes about 6 minutes to walk from Shinjuku Station to
that's
this
a long
entertaining
time.
location here. Here, you can get a complete meal that includes food, drinks and dessert. The shortcake, the beef stroganoff and the omu rice are a few of the patrons' favourites. The cute dog is present in all three
sleeping under the blanket there, the omelette with the blanket.
meals, whether it's in the form of cups and plates with his face or even straws with Cinema Roll paper inserts. Pom Pom Purin Cafe.
I've seen this one before, the Pom Pom Purin one.
Pom Pom Purin is a huge golden retriever sporting a beret. He was created by Sanrio in 1996 and has been around since. Despite the fact that he is less...
Since. I'm confused. Yeah, the Pom Pom Purin. I think I want to go there, but I definitely will have to go there when I go with BP because she loves Pom Pom Purin.
less well known than Hello Kitty, he does have his own cafe, so there. Nothing about the Pom Pom Purin Cafe is understated. An enormous silhouette of adorable puppies surrounds the door. Once you're inside, you'll notice that Pom Pom Purin is featured throughout the decor, from enormous pottery in the main entry to cuddly items, toys, and
but what's
as
the
much
food like?
you can swing a stick at. The wonderful white and yellow striped benches also have a color scheme similar to the dog. In 2014, the cafe first opened. The chicken coconut curry is the restaurant's most notable dish.
Okay.
You also can purchase drinks here. In addition to having traditional Japanese curry as a
You can just squish Pom Pom Purin's face with a spoon.
twist, the dish is served in the shape of a Pom Pom Purin. Moomin House Cafe. The charming Moomin House Cafe.
I like the Moomins. This is the one I've seen as well, where if you are by yourself, you will get a giant, like, Moomin to sit with you.
Is devoted to the Moomins, a series of comic books and books from Finland that first appeared in the 1940s. These peculiar characters include the main character, Moomin Troll or Moomin, his companion Snock Maiden, Sniff, Moomin Mama and Moomin Papa. The wallpaper and the artwork are both decorated with everything Moomin. You might even see some stuffed Moomins sitting at the booths. The cafe offers some very great...
What do you mean might? If you're there by yourself, you get to sit with table with one.
food in addition to its charming sweetness. The souvenir Moomin House pancakes, which cost 1800 yen, is one meal that is absolutely worth it. This is due to the inclusion of milk-based pancakes, a creative twist on a traditional pancake recipe, and ceramic figurines of every Moomin, one of which...
See, look, she's sitting there with the Moomin because she's not got anybody to take her to lunch, so you get a Moomin company.
You get to keep. Gundam Cafe. It makes sense to have a Gundam Cafe nearby,
Really?
given how
I'm not really sure.
the Gundam statue is in
I don't really know about this.
You may walk there in 3 minutes from the Toei Tube, 2 minutes from Akihabara Station via the Tsukuba Expressway, and 1 minute from Akihabara Station via the JR line.
I don't really know anything about the Gundam.
Beverages,
I thought it was pronounced Gundam, not Gundam.
served in glasses with engravings from Gundams,
I thought it was Gundam.
as well as sandwiches, pizzas, and elaborate desserts. The staff will design the froth on your latte in the shape of your favorite Gundam character.
Now I'm going out on a limb and saying it's definitely not Gundam.
So make sure you order one. After finishing your meal and beverage, visit the cafe's adjacent shop before leaving. You can pick up some fantastic mementos and perhaps a few gifs for yourself here.
I'm good.
T-shirts,
I'm not
mugs,
bothered by
posters,
this
and
one
even
at all.
Gundam ramen are
Gundam.
available in the Gundam store.
Gundam.
Indeed, you read that correctly. Gundam ramen.
I'm sure that's not how you
Peanuts
pronounce it.
Cafe. If you enjoy Woodstock, Charlie Brown, Snoopy,
Not
and the gang,
really,
make a
not
point of
really.
visiting the Peanuts Cafe
Not
while
really.
you're in Japan. That is a small tribute from Tokyo to the legendary American comic. The cafe's menu is incredibly lovely, despite the fact that it may not look as flamboyant and lively as some of the other locations on this list. Very awesome Peanuts memorabilia can be found inside.
Yeah,
including
I'm
some
okay
limited
about
edition
that one.
merchandise. Once you've had your fill of the cool stuff, make your way upstairs and get ready to eat. Drinks, sweets, and salads are just a few of the many
I mean, that looks quite nice. Pancakes with what looks like a creme caramel on top. And the bananas, ice cream. I mean, the food. The thing is, the food is kind of the most important part about a cafe. And he's glossing over a lot of it. I'm getting the feeling he's not actually been there himself and tried anything.
things you can eat and drink here. A berry cheese cream, walnut and carrot serapes, and goose egg sliders on buns bearing Snoopy's face are a few of the menu's outstanding items. If you genuinely adore Snoopy, don't forget to browse the cafe's collection of apparel, goods, and other items with the adorable dog mascot and other Peanuts characters. You may easily walk less than 10 minutes to the Peanuts Cafe after getting off at Nakameguri Station. Avoid missing it. Maid Dreamin', the type of establishment that comes to mind
I'm not sure.
themed cafe in Tokyo is
this is a bit much.
Maid Dreamin'. According to the website, the cafe is crowded with maids who try their best to put smiles on lords and princesses' cheeks. The degree of the maids varies depending on the uniform they wear. For instance, a trainee's outfit is the most basic. Regular maids, dream maids, and highest level Kirali's maids are the following categories. The maids will also
Yeah, I don't want that kind of like entertainment, like people singing and stuff while I'm just trying to eat like a meal in a cafe. I don't think that's for me, this one.
have labels on their clothes that indicate what they're allowed and not allowed to do. By wearing a yellow badge, a maid can sing 10 or more songs, and when wearing a pink badge, they can do a live show. For an additional fee, you can pay to have pictures taken with the maids as a keepsake of your amazing day. Depending on the package you select, this can cost anywhere from 800 to 1500 yen. Food and beverages are also available, of course. Ninja Akasaka. Go to Ninja Akasaka if you
I have seen this one before.
want to enjoy and experience authentic ninja culture. As the name of this cafe or restaurant suggests, you can get a good dose of real ninja-ness there. To begin with, every dish has a name that references a ninja.
It looks very expensive, this one.
Such as the shuriken-style blades, grissini, or the ninja-style roast lamb with Korean seasoning. Also, the way in which your dishes are presented flawlessly adheres to the theme. Some dishes come garnished with ninja swords or decorative shurikens. Bets you never imagined you'd eat anything with decorative shurikens, huh? Here you can even have the bonsai plants, and they taste delicious. Perhaps get consent before beginning to munch. The institution features sliding wooden doors, rock-clad walls, little man-made ponds with dragon sculptures.
It's nice.
Water,
it's a nice sort of like aesthetic. That's the word I'm looking for. Is that like a little tanuki thing?
Details that
it's one of those in Animal Crossing.
give it a genuine Asian feel without being garish. Art near Square Enix Cafe. If you're a major fan of Square Enix and
I don't mind Dragon Quest, but that's about the only game with Square Enix that I'm really into.
Happen to be passing through Shinjuku, you won't want to miss the art near Square Enix Cafe. Even without its location inside Square Enix's Shinjuku offices, which is a massive skyscraper, this structure ought to draw your attention. Within, there is a store where you can spend as much money as your pocketbook, and Heart will allow on merchandise related to Square Enix's intellectual rights.
I'll give this one a miss as well.
It is a
slimes. Nice.
spotless white room with plastic chairs and tables and well-placed ceiling lighting. When you visit this cafe, you may chow down on scrumptious, fluffy pancakes topped with fruit and a lovely dollop of whipped cream, as well as lattes embellished with illustrations of Final Fantasy characters.
That wasn't a Final Fantasy character. That was a Dragon Quest character. Right, I think that is it for this video. It didn't really go into a lot of detail, did it? It was just like, here's a load of like cafes. Let me just find the pom-pom puring. Let me find a good pom-pom puring picture. Yeah, I would have liked more like, I don't know, just some like details of the food, what it was like. I get the feeling that the guy that did this video had not been to any of these cafes and he's just talking over footage of it, kind of like what I'm doing really. But anyway, if you did like their video, that was a video by All Things spelt with a Z, not an S for some reason, All Things Japan. And if you did like their video, you can give it a little like, just there, look. But if you did like my video, please make sure you do the same over here and give it a like. And if you did make it through to the end, let me know which one of those cafes you thought was the best and you would most like to go to. And if you'd like to see more of my journey as I try to discover everything I can about Japan, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But until next time, just be nice to people. Bye.